I'm back, baby!
My goal today, I have a little break at work and I thought, man, I can do some editing. No, I plugged in my hard drive. It doesn't work anymore. So there's gonna be some gaps. I'm gonna fill in what I can with some title screens. Be patient with me. I'll figure it out. All right. Welcome back to the channel. Now, in case you guys don't know, this is High Rev Nation. I appreciate you being part of the community of what this channel is, which is originally me building this car behind us, which is a 1970 Dodge Charger RT. It's got a lot of things done to it. I have tons of videos explaining and showing what goes into it, but it's been gone. It's been gone out of my life for about 2 years. When I initially left, it needed a bunch of work on the tail end of the car. So back here, the quarter panels weren't exactly lined up perfect, and in turn, I had to have somebody go through when I was deployed and pretty much redo the entire back half of the car, which means bodywork, painting, and everything else. Now, he did amazing. His timeline was great. In the course of that year, he essentially stripped everything back down and got it back to what you see it now. Everything on the exterior is what happened from this guy. Put glass in, trim, paint, bumper, everything. He just reassembled this car for me. Greatly appreciate. Will never talk any sort of trash or down about this guy's work. It's great. I got back 5 months ago. So I got back from my mobilization and I came back expecting to find this car needing essentially some interior work and some wiring. And as we sit today, after 5 months of it sitting at a shop, it still needs interior work and wiring. I don't know. So I understand that, you know, things happen, but I got taken. So, yeah, let me kind of walk you through it. We'll get into this, and I'll let you kind of see a little bit closer what this car is, the potential of it, and the work I have between now and Duct Tape Drags to get this thing actually done, because my goal is, and it still is, to run this at Duct Tape Drags. I know it doesn't fit the whole Duct Tape Drags theme of like, just keep it cheap, and I'll run the truck. Sean's running the truck, but yeah, okay. Let me kick it off by showing what I came up with yesterday. So when I showed up to this dude's shop, I told him I was getting this Dakota Digital Dash. After that, dude, I'm picking the car up the following day. Like, at that point, he's had the car for 5 months. I'm tired of it. Lots of leg work, prep work. Let me show you the video, what I experienced last night, me getting it in here this morning, and we'll go from there. All right, we are off to pick up the Charger. I want to point out, this road sucks.
We don't take this road home.
Yeah, we're not taking this road home. So, we are driving to pick up the Charger. Long story short, because I don't know what I'm going to edit out of prior rants I've done into this video. Quick backstory. I got back from Mob and I gave the car to a shop to work on, to do some wiring. It turned into essentially wiring and messing with a long tube header. He's had the car for 5 months, probably to the day actually. I think I looked and I think he picked it up on the 10th, so it would have been, you know, a little over 5 months at this point. And I've pretty much told him, listen man, like, I'm coming this day to pick up the car, like whether it's on a tow truck or if it's me driving it, like if it runs and drives, I'm picking this car back up because it's just been too long. We're less than a month out from duct tape drags. Sean's gonna be driving the truck. The goal is for me to be driving the Charger, and I just, I can't do that if I don't have the car. So we are gonna go pick it up, and we'll see how it's sitting. Hopefully not in pieces.
Hopefully not. Hopefully not.
Oh God. All right. Let's see. Not exactly, I'm almost done and ready. You can come pick it up and drive it, like I was told multiple times. All right, with all that being said, needless to say, I was not very thrilled. So this is the cluster in which I will deal with now. The dash is in pieces. I got wires missing. I have a controller box from the Dakota Digital that's just loose. I don't know. I don't know. So, yeah. Also, it's things like this center console. There we go. It's also things like this center console is not secured. And when I asked him about it, his response was, well, I don't have a welder, so I can't put that in. Well, when I told you about it, you said you could do it. Okay. And then here's the other kicker. So inside here, for the most part, looks kind of complete. And I say kind of, I mean, I got it. I'm gonna have to deal with a bunch of other small stuff. But then, you come back here to the trunk. And it's just a lot. I don't know. So, that's where we're at. Originally, this guy who was working on the car will eventually show up. I'm sure you're going to see him on camera at some point. He's claiming he's going to be showing up today to help me work on this car. I don't know how true that will be. In the past, he's been notorious for, hey, I'm going to show up, hey, I'm going to do this, whatever it is, and then he ends up just, oh, never mind, something came up, I can't make it. So, if he shows up, great. He's claiming he's trying to make things right. He's going to try to finish up the wiring. At a minimum, I need to pull out things like the seats so I can pull back carpet. So once I pull back carpet, I can then secure the center console on brackets because he didn't weld the brackets to the floor. So I got to get interior, some of it out anyway. I'll deal with it. I'm gonna be working around him. If you see him on camera, great. I will have my opinion on him and his work once he is completed, or once the car is completed, to make sure there's no malice and make sure that there is no, I hate to say the word sabotage, but no sabotaging attempts on the car in between now and whenever it gets done, if I happen to post this before this car is road ready. Oh, also, let me explain one other thing. All right, I gotta go under the car for this one. Let me get it jacked up and we'll go from there. Up, and let me show you what else I found out what he mentioned to me. And I was told the car would be ready to drive when I picked it up. this is how I found it, which is clearly not the case. But I can understand maybe, hey, I thought I was gonna get the wiring done. I just needed to get everything tucked up and loomed, and I just didn't have time. But then he told me this. Yeah, I didn't put back in your torsion bar because it interfered with your header. So I know we've modified the header, but it needs to be modified more because it just doesn't fit in there. So, yeah, you don't have a torsion bar in there. Yeah, that's kind of problematic, man. I can't drive the car without a torsion bar. So why would you tell me it could drive? What am I missing here? And I mean, I got it. Modifications happen. No part is perfect. I got that, but why tell me that morning? Oh, by the way, yeah, we're gonna be good. We're gonna be good. You can drive it out of there. You're good. It'll be done and driving. Like, yeah. All right. So let me start working on interior, getting stuff pulled out. Eventually, I'm gonna have to pull off this header because I'm gonna have to. There we go. I'm gonna have to modify it. So either I modify it, or I mark where it's at, and then have the shop that did my exhaust, which, by the way, they did beautiful work. And every time I've used them to do anything right now on this car, it has turned out amazing. They did the exhaust, they did the roll cage. I mean, it's great work. Highly recommend. We'll highly recommend them to people in the future. No questions asked. So let me start trying to get some interior parts out of this, because I got to get to that console. I got to get to some other things too. Plus, it'll help with the concept of wiring, because then we don't have a seat in the way that we're fighting around. So seats are going to come out. Carpet, once I get that out, I'm going to start trying to figure out how to get carpet pulled back so I can start figuring out what I'm going to do about that bracket and the center console. And then if the dude shows up, he can work on wiring, and if not, then I guess I'm going to start learning how to cook spaghetti in there, because that's exactly what he left me. Let's get to it. Forgot to record it. Seats out. Most of the carpet out, and right now this is what I'm working on. So I am trying to install the brackets for the console. So there are 3 brackets on a 4-speed. One is really short, one's medium, one's long, and it goes in that order. Really short up front, medium in the middle, really tall at the back. So your measurements that you're going to have for that, for the one in front, so this one from the firewall, to the center of the bracket, 12 inches. This one, 26.5, which is right about in here. This one, 43.5. That's what I've been able to see online. We're going to find out if it's right or not. But at the same time, the front one's the most important. The back two have some play in it, to where if you don't line them up perfectly, it's fine, because the screw holes are they're slotted. And at the same time, as long as they're level, it's fine. Otherwise, your console's going to want to be sitting all kind of crooked, and yeah. So make sure they're level. Make sure it's good that way. But other than that, let me start cutting apart some of this sound deadening that's in here, so I can figure out where I can get a weld and weld it on in. here's the list from me. Just, I mean, I'm talking like rough list. Things that I need to verify, check, and to ensure that are actually done. Header modification, run the speedo cable, fender lights and quarter lights, radio, speaker, low priority, oil gauge, temp gauge. I have a leak on the 4-speed I got to deal with. I got to install passenger seat belt. Maybe. Got to run everything I need to and check for the voltmeter. Replace the coolant. Install the console. The rear view mirror needs to get installed. Reverse lights need to be wired up. Headlight motor needs to be hooked up. Dome light needs to be hooked up. Heater fan motor needs to have the power ran to it. I'm pretty sure he didn't do that. Rear seat cover, probably not going to happen, but we'll see if I have time. Sun visor install, again, low priority. Fix door clips. There's a bunch of these door clips that he put on that are already coming apart and falling off. So, yeah. Mount the Dakota digital box. Mount the gas pedal. I have to punch a hole or cut a hole in the rear panels to allow me to put a window crank on so I can actually roll the windows up, which I guess he didn't do. And then a fuel gauge. At least hooking that up, make sure that works. That is a very, very small list compared to probably what's actually everything needing to get done. All right, I've already started on the console a little bit. I'm going to see if I can get that actually finalized up today. And then, it's just so much. But don't worry. Hey, it's ready to be picked up. You can drive it home. I'm telling you, I'm gonna screenshot these texts. I'll throw them in here. I don't get it, man. I just don't get it. All right, let me keep working. Let's see what we got. All right, it is a new day down here, but we are gonna try to make some progress here. So, over the last few days, me trying to figure out what I'm gonna do about the charger, I initially made a list of everything that needs to get done. That the one guy was saying it's almost done. Yeah, it'll be ready. Yeah, it's so. I made a list. That list will consist of, in my eyes, everything wiring on one side and everything that's not wiring on the other. Now, everything not wiring, I will deal with, other than probably one thing. And then wiring, I'm having someone come down, and I broke it down pretty much into 2 separate phases. Where on one side, it's headlights, brake lights, tail lights, gauge cluster, you know, fans, making sure the fans are turning on when they're supposed to, which they were. But again, I don't know if anything got disconnected, you know. And then we went underneath yesterday and looked at the wiring that was currently done and some safety issues that I saw once I got under and could actually follow wires about what was done. So, phase 1 is getting the vehicle safe and semi-operable. And I say semi because I don't care about dome light, I don't care about fender lights, really don't care about reverse lights. I mean, console light, I don't care about all that stuff. That is a phase 2 problem that I will deal with. Damn, man, stop engine braking. All right, so, loud truck. All right, so, 2 phases, right? So I'm gonna have someone else coming over today. They're going to give me an idea, and essentially what I'm gonna tell them is, I need phase done within 1 week. 1 week. So that's my requirements. You can keep the car here, you can bring it down in the year bay, do whatever you're gonna do. 1 week, that's what you got. What's the price? And it's gonna suck. Let's go under now and take a look at what this guy's wiring job was and what he did and why I need to change a lot of it. All right, so first thing in the back. He did relocate the battery to the back, which is good. It's well mounted, I think. I don't know how it's mounted, I guess. I could take a look, but it seems like it's sturdy. It's not going anywhere. It moves slightly, but I mean, it's fine. But he did punch through the drainage grommet, which I'm going to show you doesn't make sense to me. So, we're jumping on the creeper here, and now we're going underneath. I hope the camera can see what I'm going to see here. Oh, you know what? Let me grab a flashlight, because we're definitely going to need it. I need a bigger bay. All right. Work? Yes. All right. All right. So, he ended up, let me flip this around here. So he ended up punching out down there. That's, come on, gimbal, act for me here. So you can see the wire punches out, follows really closely up by hot exhaust, cuts over the rear diff, which is just zip tied up there, and then comes right next to this hot exhaust again. Goes through a metal, what was originally, I think, my brake line holder that I put in there, that the other gentleman put in the correct one, which is over here. So he used that to hold it without a grommet. Then follow it. Oh, hold on. All right, there we go. All right, so now we're following it down the frame, where at least it has some rubber grommets or some wire holders on it, but then cuts into the frame area. Let me move again here. Hold on. All right. So it cuts out of the frame area here and connects right there, where there's, again, going through the frame, no grommet. Then to I guess like a junction joint, and then to where I had my fuse, or not where I had my fuse, where he relocated the fuse, which is just kind of loose and flopping around. And all of these power wires go right next to the header, and as they go up, which I don't know if you can see or not, I don't know if it'll see up in here, but that also then goes through my Z-bar bracket. So as I'm pressing my clutch and the Z-bar is moving, it's going to wear away at those wires. So anywhere, and that's all unfused 12 volt constant. So when one of those wear out, it's going to arc and start a fire. So yeah, not thrilled with that. That was a poor design choice on his part on how to deal with getting power from the back to the front. So when this guy shows up, the other guy that I'm going to have work on this, I'm going to explain, hey, listen, like it's not acceptable. Like we need to change that. Especially given the fact that Mopars have a way of running wire from the back to the front. It's right there. It is right here. Literally, this cable, this cord area is for that. And these tabs just fold up. Which I had previously mentioned to that guy, and I guess he just decided, I'm going under the car. So, I'm gonna talk to the new guy showing up. We're gonna figure it out. I don't know if he's gonna be on camera or not. I'll let it be his choice, but yeah. So, anyway, that's where we're at right now. Phase 1 and phase 2 of wiring, which I'm gonna let him do. I then am gonna worry about all of the other stuff that's on here, starting with, I already did some, I already knocked out some, so we'll go through. I'll mark off what I need to. And again, just keep working on it because, shit, there's a lot. All right, let's get to it. Well, it is a new day down here. Hold on, let me turn this down real quick. They are, all right, it is a new day. I am down here working on the truck because I have a group of, or a new company here working on wiring on the car. So they ended up reaching out to me once everything kind of went so bad, and we're like, hey man, we'll wire it. We got it. We can do it. I told them about the time crunch I have, pulling up. And it's Tuned IQ Performance is technically the company that's doing it right now for me. And much better. Like, they came over, they addressed a bunch of the same issues I'd already mentioned, and they're in here working on it. They started the following day. They gave me a price quote up front, drop dead timeline being the beginning of October, so soon here. It still gives me time to Q&A, drive it, but they're already here. Came here about 7 o'clock this morning. This is a Saturday, and they're like, nope, like, we're time management, we got to get it done. So they're already going through and running what they need to. Excuse me. They're already going through and running everything they need to. So in turn, I'm working on the truck. So I'm trying to stay out of their way. This bay is essentially theirs for the next, I don't know how long it's going to take, up until obviously the deadline. So that way they have unfettered access. I gave them the code, gave them everything to get into this bay, and then it's theirs. They manage it. So I'm outside working on AN fittings. So yeah, as of right now, I'll try to maybe take a couple little videos of them kind of working, whatever it is. But again, trying to stay out of the way. The Charger lives on, and it's still hopefully good on the deadline of hitting duct tape drags. October, I think it's 18th, 19th, I'd have to look. So yeah, that's where we're at with the Charger. And I'm gonna guess the next time you guys see this, it'll be running and driving in the next couple weeks, driving around. Have a couple things I need to finish up on it that the other guy did not. But for the most part, yeah. And I got to deal with this stupid header issue. That torsion bar, I forgot about that. We'll see. All right, anyways, I appreciate the view. If you guys like it, hit like, hit subscribe, buy some merch, supports my channel, and it allows me to build stupid things like this. So, yeah, awesome. Keep building, and maybe throw some music in here, and maybe get them wiring bit. I don't know. We'll see.